In 1978, the world watched as Superman, the all-American hero, brought truth and justice to Metropolis. This was the first of the Superman films, showcasing Christopher Reeve as the red-caped man of steel. New York's World Trade Center provided the background.
It summarized a certain kind of American grandeur. Not the grandeur of old, not the grandeur of tradition, because they were so new and they were so modernist in their design, but the grandeur, I would say, of sheer American powerfulness.
For years, film critic David Sterritt lived next to the Twin Towers.
I was never very fond of them architecturally. However, they certainly are large. I guess for a while they were the tallest building in the world, and it's kind of sort of an American triumphalism here. You not only build the tallest building, but you build it twice. You know.
Sterritt says the sheer size of the buildings made them hard to miss. They're in the drama Wall Street, as well as in the opening shots of Brian De Palma's thriller The Bonfire of the Vanities. Both films highlighted the arrogance and greed of Wall Street in the 1980s. Mike Nichols' 1987 Working Girl also depicts the towers as a power center. But here, the towers become a symbol of women's empowerment. At the center of the story is Tess, a working-class woman from Staten Island, a ferry ride away from Manhattan. She dreams of making it in New York's financial district. She finally succeeds.
Guess where I am?
Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation come, the New Jerusalem.
The 1979 remake of King Kong has the giant ape climbing the Twin Towers, not the Empire State Building as in the original. But the most dramatic stunt was in 1974 by the French high-wire artist Philippe Petit. He secretly stretched a wire between the Twin Towers and walked on it for 45 minutes. The police were left to look on. The 2008 documentary Man on Wire captures the breathtaking stunt with photographs and original footage. It represented one man's power over the towering edifice. The towers also became linked to romance, like in the 1987 film Moonstruck, which features the steel buildings in New York nostalgia. The story centers around Loretta Castorini, an Italian-American widow who falls in love with a one-handed baker in Brooklyn, played by Nicolas Cage. In one poetic moment, a full moon shines over Loretta's quaint Brooklyn neighborhood, stirring the hearts of its Italian residents, while the towers shimmer in the background. Disaster movies also appropriated the towers. In Ronald Emmerich's Independence Day, aliens from another planet destroy, one by one, America's landmarks, including the World Trade Center.
The Twin Towers have been destroyed in various disaster movies that were made before 9/11. That became something that you couldn't do even retroactively after 9/11.
In some cases, Sterritt says, filmmakers cut out scenes that showed the towers so audiences wouldn't be upset. One example was this footage from the 2002 movie Spider-Man. Sterritt believes these cuts were patronizing, but New Yorkers have their own opinion. Here's what some at Ground Zero had to say.
You know, I lost some relatives there, so it's a sad thought for me, unfortunately.
When I see them in a movie, I think it's wonderful and I love it. And whenever we're traveling and coming across from Jersey and we look over and we don't see it, there's a big gap and we miss it.
David Sterritt says the gap is best seen in the 2002 crime drama 25th Hour by Spike Lee, a quintessential New Yorker. The camera focuses on two parallel beams of light shining up from where the towers once stood. An amputated New York still feeling its extremities. Penelope Poulou, VOA News.